No, you're coming here. Coming this way. Walking.
This is like our engagement shoot.
Yeah. Hey, can you hire me as a photographer?
Yeah. Oh, man. One up to the front. No, remember? That's just how it goes. By yourself.
Thank you.
We got me going up. Come on. Thank you.
Alright, photographer, is this okay? We'll be right about here today. And then there was one. Let's welcome Jordan Lee, the comeback kid, our 2018 Classic Champion.
Thank you.
2 times in a row, getting to make this a habit, Jordan. All right, we're going to go ahead and get right into the questions. We have a live mic right over here. Here's one right in front.
Let's hear it, Todd.
In your wildest dreams, Jordan, did this scenario ever occur?
Never. I mean, I don't think anybody, include myself, I mean, it's just like last year. I mean, you know, for me, I mean, I had no idea. I mean, same thing last year. I mean, Brent and Edwin and all those guys were leading and catching big bags, and I mean, same thing was going on, you know, this week, and you know, you can't plan on winning. I mean, I was not planning on winning this tournament. I mean, I just wanted to fish a good tournament and fish the way I wanted to fish. And, you know, as far as I fished this week, I mean, it's not typically the winning patterns or, you know, how I was catching some fish. You know, I had a lot of spotted bass. I mean, I had probably half spotted bass. I mean, that typically doesn't win tournaments here. So, but it was my best stuff, and that's just how I approach this tournament. And I fish new water every day, and you know, I had fun. I mean, that was my main goal coming in here. You know, a lot of people ask me if I was nervous or you know, had any more pressure coming into this tournament, but you know, it was really the opposite. I just wanted to have fun and fish the way I thought that you know, it was my best chance of doing well, and that's what I did.
All right, very good. Next question. I have one right here in front.
Jordan, a number of people have won the Bassmaster Classic. Very few people have won 2. Winning it back to back at your age, how does that make you feel right now?
It's really unbelievable. I mean, some people know this out there. I have not won an Open. I've not won an elite tournament. All I have now, I got 2 of these.
That's all.
And I mean, it's something about the Classic. I mean, my first time out at Guntersville, I mean, I had a chance there and just didn't pan out. But this tournament, I don't know what it is, but it's definitely something special for me, and it just worked out the last 2 years. I mean, and then nobody could have wrote the story that went down today, you know, and it was just meant to be. I mean, this tournament's so prestigious. I mean, like you said, I mean, winning at one time was a dream of that I could never thought I could ever top it. I mean, that's what I said going into this tournament. I'm like, how can I top last year? I mean, how can I top, you know, last year as far as my whole year? I mean, the Classic, and I didn't think I could, but I don't know, I got close to it anyways. but it's just special. Really, really is. I mean, just everything worked out. It was just meant to be, I guess.
All right, next question.
Jordan Dan Basor with Midwest Outdoors. What were your winning lures and patterns?
I started every morning on it was a little feeding spot. It was a deep hole. Had a little flat on it. It was just found it on Google Earth before practice, and just looked like a good spot. I fished there in the mornings and caught some spotted bass that probably weighed in 5 of my total fish off that spot. Weighed in 1 there today, and I was catching them on a jerkbait. It was a bone-colored jerkbait. I just got confidence in. I've thrown it for a long time, and I was calling those fish out of deep water. I mean, I was sitting in 35 to 40, casting in about 10, and there was some bait on my graph, and it was just a key spot where I could pull up and get start out the morning and get bit. I didn't know that going into the tournament, but that's where it was definitely a key spot for me. And I had another place. It was a little road bed that had a school on them yesterday, and I caught all my weight pretty much off that one spot. It was just a road bed with a little depression in it, and there was just a school of spots there. I mean, they were not giants, but they were 2.5 pounders, and so that was definitely key. I caught them on a Strike King Rage swimmer as well the first day, doing the same stuff on the same places. All spotted bass. I did weigh in 1 largemouth doing that off the place I started. And after that, that was just kind of a bonus for me. After that, I was just running. I didn't have a game plan. I didn't have something I didn't have a spot. I just fished new water every day, fished places I've never seen, and just fished a lot of water, a lot of docks, this week that were not productive. I mean, I don't know how many I fished without getting bit, but it was a lot. But I just thought that was my best chance in this tournament, and I knew on this lake that boat docks were going to be a player, because they always are on usually any past tournament here. And I was skipping a Strike King Ocho, and I had some shimmy sticks in the boat as well. They were both green pumpkin blue, and I was throwing on a little VMC hook. They're not a sponsor of mine, but I bought some of those this past week, and I never lost a fish on that Nico rig. So yeah, I mean, I weighed in today. I rolled into a pocket just because I got a bite there in practice, and I caught 2 on a chatterbait and some grass. So I mean, that was just I caught them on 5 different baits all week, and every day was something different. Just kind of fish the conditions. But today I knew with the sunshine this morning it was hot. I mean, I was hot on my first spot, and I knew the boat docks were going to be a player. I just didn't know where. And I ran into a couple places that I hadn't been. It just didn't feel right. Still no signs, and I went down towards the dam and rolled into one place that hadn't fished. I fished some docks to the mouth of it, and was fishing docks in the mouth, and I decided to go in this one pocket, and pretty quick got bit. Caught my biggest fish, and that told me. I mean, that was my first bite in probably 2.5 hours of doing the dock deal, and that was a good sign. 2 more docks later, I caught a 2-pounder, which wasn't a big one or anything, but it gave me a sign, and started seeing fish under all of these boat docks. I mean, it was just loaded. I mean, it was literally, tomorrow, if it was a sunny day, it would be awesome to go in there. I still may do it, but that pocket was just, I mean, there was big fish suspended under every dock. I mean, it was just